Oh, a world event.
Watch out!
Where? Whoa! I think I landed right on top of
a
me.
problem.
Yep.
Guardians, the darkness is starting to rise in this area. Help push it back.
Oh. And here comes the players.
Let's do this. I got your back.
Reload. Reload. Gotta help these boys out as much as I possibly can. Cabals. Left hand side. Fleet commander. He's down. There we go. Weapon upgrade. Hand cannon knows how to kick ass. Of course, our insight doing well. Oh,
I hope.
why'd you have to fucking stand in my way? I hate when they do that. You stood in my way and collected my Nova Blast, man.
That had to
There we
ruin
go.
their day.
Shot him in the sky.
I'll make sure the city hears.
There they are coming down that bit. As soon as they drop, throw out a couple grenades.
Almost got it.
Get up.
Keep on them. Good work.
There we go. Headshot. And a teabag. So, Destiny. Latest release from Bungie. Doing exceptionally well amongst the gaming community. I would give it an 8 out of 10. There are a few minor faults of it. 1. You can't play the game offline. 2. There's no in-game chat between players. 3. There's no trading between players as well. I think that's to stop people from trading their best weapons to their friends so that they don't have to worry about getting legendary weapons and all like the gear faster. And then there's number 4. The story itself for the main part of the whole entire game is very, very short. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, the storyboard itself is really, really good. It kept me going. And then the amount of bad guys that you come across and different kinds of bad guys and all that kind of stuff. And I won't ruin it for you. There are quite a lot. And even they are fighting amongst themselves. But with this game, there's 3 classes you can choose from. And each of these classes you can choose a race. You get your Titan class. Strong, persistent tank type role that they play. They can either be high DPS or they can be the defender that puts up a shield for everybody. So that damage is nullified for a short period of time and all that kind of stuff. And they put shields on top of people. If they were inside the shield, gets complicated, but there's quite a lot they can do to defend players, especially in groups. Striker ability I've seen in PvP. It's got some reach in that thing. Really does. You can be a good 10 feet up above somebody on the next landing, and a striker on the ground below, on the next landing below, will get you on the next one above. So it can do some amount of damage. That's definitely without a doubt. The next one is Hunter. Hunters are amazing in PvP. They are, compared to the rest of them, they are lightly armored. So I think they're a little bit more agile, a little bit faster and quicker. The gunslinger increases weapon damage for a short period of time, and I think it's like times 1.5 or something like that. It can be really, really, really good. And then they get the Blade Dancer ability, so that they're lightning fast and they can hit people with one hit with the blade and that's them. And that lasts for a short period of time. But see, if they run in like 6 players at once, if they time it right, fast, speed, agile jumping and all that, they can move back and forth. Warlock, my favorite class. The one I've been playing quite a lot of right now. On PvE, that's player versus enemy. It's exceptionally well. I like being a Void Walker. I can create a Nova Blast. It's basically a maelstrom, a black hole, a vortex that slows people down and slowly damages them over time. And it works out that later on, my abilities, such as Energy Drain, I can do one of 3 things. I can make my weapon damage increase with my player speed. I can drain health from the bad guys and give it to myself. I can also drain and charge up my Nova Blast again. But I can also tie that in with my Nova Blast and my grenade, along with my melee. So it's like I could be overpowered. I could be self-sufficient and self-healing being a solo player, or I can continuously use this super blast, or go with the other class, the Sun Singer. And with the Sun Singer, there are no bounds. I can, well, later on, if you get that built up in the Sun Singer, you can revive yourself on a battlefield as soon as you die. If you've got your special ability, hit that thing when you're dead. Gives an enemy a surprise, especially in player v player. You get that, you get 2 grenades. All I can say is most of the players don't suspect you to get back up again. And once you get back up, your abilities are all amped. So your grenades are going to be even more powerful, and your shots are going to be even more stronger. And if you melee somebody, it's going to be powerful. It's going to be really, really good. But I've been playing this class quite a lot, and I've filled up the Void Walker. I enjoy playing it. I am basically the massive amount of DPS person. You can go the close combat type person for this kind of thing. You can be up close with handguns, shotguns, all that kind of stuff, or you can go the distance with the scout rifle, assault rifles, and a sniper rifle, and then use your rocket launcher or your heavy machine gun. It's amazing. But with all these classes, you can hold 3 weapons at once. A primary weapon, a secondary weapon, which is like a shotgun, a sniper rifle, or a fusion, and the heavy weapon, which is basically a heavy machine gun or a rocket launcher I've seen so far. I would like to see more in that type of class. I'm sure they can think of another 1 or 2 things to add to it. But yeah. And in primary, it's basically the assault rifle, the handgun, which is a hand cannon. And that's it. That's the 3 classes. Now, from these 3 classes, you can choose one of the 3 races. You got your humans, you got your Awoken, and the Exo. The Awoken, I believe, they are a subspecies of humanoids. I don't know how they came around, or their history or anything like that. That's barely briefly touched on. I think you would have to read that up and all that kind of stuff. You can even choose your gender, male or female. And there's a lot of customization in this game compared to quite a lot of the other games I've been playing. And you also get your exos. Your exos are sentient robot beings, fully aware and all that, obviously, them being sentient. But they're that advanced in technology and that advanced in robotics that they're actually classified as beings, as individuals. And, well, I've run into a few of them, and apparently one of them, I think, is a bad guy. But quite a lot of them are in Guardians that I've seen. But there's a lot of faces you can choose. You can tweak these faces. You can add bits and bobs to the faces to change them. You can change the colors in certain parts of the face. So there should barely be anybody with the exact same face as another player unless they planned it. I mean, they would have to sit there and tell each other what they're putting and where they're putting it. But every single one of these, there's so much detail to the faces, so much detail to the characters. Even though the Xbox One is supposed to be a little bit worse than the PlayStation 4 for graphic details, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. The game itself being very, very good and high in graphics and detail and all that kind of stuff is one of its major sell points, I think. That, and it's kind of basis to make sure that you are cooperative with your other team players, your other people that you meet in game. And I mean, there's so many times I've run into other players and without even asking them if they want help, because there's no way to communicate apart from doing these wee stupid emotes. They're like movement emotions that you would do. Well, you can do those things, but apart from like the wee minor faults that I'm pointing out, there is nothing wrong with this game. The game multiplayer plays like Halo. The better versions of Halo, like Halo 2 and Halo 3, not Halo Reach with its crazy abilities and that. But look, the amount of detail they put at it. The levels are not just bound to where the player goes, they go past that. And surroundings and all that kind of stuff. And it's not just immersive 2D pictures that are in the distance. The rockets and the shells and that on the pad. All that's 3D. All that is work put into it. And then look, there is no way, man. It's just, it's a lot of time and effort put in by these guys, and it is stunning. Sometimes you have to stop and take a look. He's even brilliant catching the game when the sun's rising or the sun's setting in the game, because the play and lights and the shadows and all that. It's just, it keeps you captivated for hours, just the game itself. And even then, traveling from world to world. One of my favorite places to go is Mars, and I mean Mars is stunning. And the amount of sand dunes and all that kind of stuff. To think that Mars would actually be like that, it's a bomb planet, red, sad, which of course we all know from like space and exploration and all that kind of stuff. But the details, and if we were colonized and all that kind of stuff, would it actually be like this? And then there's Venus. Venus, of course, with its barren city. Captivating. The sun just comes right through, no problem. And it's not even just a little sun like you would see on Earth. Bam, right in your face. Volcanoes in the background. Mountains. Comets coming through the sky. Plumes of smoke coming from volcanoes by the looks of it. There is so much that you can sit there and stare at for hours. And that's why I would give it a 10. It's visually stunning.